Hello, welcome back to First Time. In this episode, I'm talking about Joker 2, Folie à deux, and also Beetlejuice, two movies that you could probably call dark fantasy sequels. Both are showing at the moment or have been showing recently, and it is a bit of a contrast comparing Beetlejuice 1988 film to Beetlejuice 2024 film, which really talks to the original film and acknowledges it. But then Joker Folie à deux does exactly the same thing. You know, I was definitely not disappointed at all from Joker 2 Folie à deux. Also because I'd seen Lady Gaga in House of Gucci and I thought she was top notch. It's not like I'm a faithful Gaga fan. I'm actually not a faithful Gaga fan, but I acknowledge her dedication to the art and how much of it that she gives. You know, I was not impressed with Lady Gaga's performance in this role, and I'd say it's because of the role. She was more like a supporting actress almost in the film. This film was not about her, and maybe her character was not meant to shine. But I think the people that were disappointed with Joker 2, they were expecting to relive Joker 1. They were wondering, can this Joker guy really take over the world and create a movement and bring about anarchy? Because that's really where he was trying to go in Joker 1. He brought about a period of anarchy, and it spoke to political unrest, whether you could identify with Black Lives Matter, you could identify it with the Make America Great Again movement. It doesn't really matter. There was these political movements going on that kind of spoke to the times. And to the disappointed Joker fans, shame on you for expecting even if they did a repeat, but different, same but different with Joker 2, it still wouldn't have had hit the same because it's already been done. So I kind of appreciate that Joker 2 just really went into... It gave a realistic depiction of the character portrayal for somebody who is misunderstood and has been harshly treated in society. What do you expect? Of course, they're not going to get their glory. They can live in their fantasy world, but the reality world is very, very unkind and unfair to people like this character, which I'm sure had elements that we could all relate to a degree what this character is going through. When I think about Lady Gaga's character, Harley Quinn, she as well was different, let's face it, hadn't appeared to be as maltreated in life, but doesn't matter, and she wanted to find someone that was imperfect like herself and love that thing that maybe we don't aspire to it, but it makes you feel comfortable because you feel you can be yourself, you can feel like you're understood. And again, I really feel that is something we should all connect to. If you find your partner, they're not the perfect person, because the perfect person makes you feel like you're a crap, you're not good enough. But the imperfect person makes you feel like you're good enough too. If you can love the imperfect person, you can love yourself and accept reality. And I like that. Surprisingly, the film, for something that really is set basically between a prison and a courtroom, more or less, and goes for over 2 hours, it does really, really well. And, I'm getting, with the films that I've seen lately, I'm talking Megalopolis, I'm talking Joker Folie à deux, and I'm talking Beetlejuice. I'm getting these films that are not just based on pure realism, realistic kind of events, whether it's in a real world or a fake world, it's still happening in a realistic event happening kind of a way. We're getting in cinema now where people can take that step back and be reflective and express an idea or thought, whether it's through an emotion or through citation of profound quotes or ideas like in Megalopolis, or through music like in Joker 2. You're getting that kind of chance to sit back and stop and reflect and think, and that's really beautiful. We also had this in Beetlejuice, where Beetlejuice actually has a song and a dance, and I added so much to that film. So I guess I'll go from here and I'll kind of talk about the contrast. I think that I can see that Joker 2 fans would be disappointed that it was such a departure from the original. Whereas with Beetlejuice, they did something completely different. They built a sequel. We're talking oh my god, 88, so 88, 98, 08, 18, 30, 6 years later. this is the craziest thing done ever. Thankfully, so many of the main actors were there, and Michael Keaton looked exactly the same, testament to makeup. I don't think you could be disappointed as a fan of Beetlejuice to see the sequel. Water Under the Bridge is such a different film. Just Beetlejuice was so much better than the original because we're living in such a more wackier world. So Beetlejuice was already a wacky film, but this sequel is like next level wacky, and it kind of keeps up with what we need in today's world to really take us on a trip. So the film totally took us on a trip. It was wacky, yeah, very fast moving. But to be honest, I saw the original Beetlejuice like a few nights before. I really wanted to kind of remember the original before seeing the sequel. And also that movie was completely fast moving and fast paced. And I've really been loving watching late 80s, early 90s films because it's such a long time ago. It's just weird, like even the gender roles. Like in the original Beetlejuice, like, what's his name? Alec Baldwin kind of says things, and Gina Davis, his wife, kind of keeps her mouth shut. And he's just looking at it today thinking like, what? This is so... I'm not even a feminist, but like, this is so patriarchal. So interesting to see. And I really love watching the contrast. And seeing the past helps you kind of see and understand today. But that's a little bit of a detour. Yeah. I saw Joker 2 quite a while ago. I've let it kind of grow on me. But after seeing the film, I've wanted to listen to the music. So I've kind of listened to Harlequin, the album from Lady Gaga. I'm not going to pretend I love it all the way through. Although I really love that opening track, Good Morning. Good morning. Dun, 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 dun. What I really loved in the film was Joaquin Phoenix, Lady Gaga. They take a lot of American classic songs, whether it's soul or blues, whatever it is. Barbra Streisand, who I love, has sung these songs before, and I was hearing them again. And I've come to really appreciate Lady Gaga for being at least that someone that can sing those Barbra Streisand songs again. I mean, look, Joaquin Phoenix sang as well the song Bewitched, Bothered and Bewildered on the third Barbra Streisand album. If You Go Away, another song like you did before. Barbra Streisand also sang that much more recently in an album. There was just a few songs there on the CD that I liked, and it invoked that, whether it's a Chicago or a New York or a Gotham City atmosphere, but it was just like classic Americana, like the Art Deco 30s kind of a feel. Maybe I'm getting my periods wrong, but whatever it is, it's just giving that kind of classic feel, and it was just really great to connect with what I see as kind of classic Americana and show business and entertainment, and to have people singing these songs again because they were sung a really long time ago. So yeah, I have a newfound appreciation of Lady Gaga. I'm really grateful that she is currently carrying on that baton that Barbra Streisand carried. And yeah, so like now I'm listening to the original soundtrack, the kind of tracks from the movie, as well as Harlequin, and I'm loving it. As for Beetlejuice, it was just entertaining. It was fun. Tim Burton has a great imagination. Everyone did completely well. Winona Ryder, Jenna Ortega is stunning and gorgeous and mesmerizing. Love her. So yeah, just a really good film, fun, entertainment, wacky, just like the original. So I guess it goes to show that we need to let things be. Like, let someone else do a Joker 2 and repeat and regurgitate the same thing to try and give you that hit again that you liked, or potentially to imagine a kind of utopia. Sometimes I find, like with films such as Donnie Darko was one of them, where you have a really great concept and premise, like a starting off point, but it's complicated to take it somewhere, and sometimes where it goes is really disappointing. I kind of feel that if Joker 2 went down that anarchy path of the Joker becoming a movement and getting power in society and maybe avoiding prison, I don't think it could have really gone somewhere very interesting. But hey, someone could make something, and that would be great. So let's hope that there's more of it rather than less. I am all for like not having a final definitive story plot saying that whoever made Joker Folie Deux owns the Joker narrative and this is what happens. I think, you know, I believe quantum physics exists. I believe that this decision or that decision exists in a parallel reality, and I'd love to see that. So maybe I put less expectations on what's done. But yeah, I guess, you know, if you like a bit of action, you're not going to get it from Joker Folie Deux, and fair enough, most people would have been expecting this. I feel like if you went to see Beetlejuice, Tim Burton, you kind of knew the original, or you didn't, you kind of found it a fun film. Yeah, I don't know, I haven't heard much about the film. I think it's Beetlejuice hasn't really been spoken about much, or I haven't seen it much, and then the algorithm has like left me, but I like it. I really, really liked it. So anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.